Hey guys and gals, it's me, George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. I'm out here in my shop and I have a project I'm working on today, and I thought I might bring you along and we can learn together. I'm replacing the rear drive belt on a 1997 Husky lawn tractor made by MTD, and this has two drive belts. It's the rear drive belt that I'm replacing, and unlike many lawn tractors, this one can actually be replaced from the top. I had started crawling underneath and was going to drop the mower deck off and all that kind of good stuff, but I realized in the process of the previous project I did on this tractor, which I didn't record, that I could actually access it from the top a whole lot easier, and I wouldn't have to be crawling around on the ground to get at it. And so yeah, let me give you a couple of pictures here and show you what I'm up to, and we'll see if we can learn how to get this apart together. Hold on to your hats, as here we go. So now, one of the things you got to find as you get older like I am, that you need lots of light. So I have a light here, and I have another one up here, and I have a drop light over there, and also I can see very clearly and plainly down into here. And as you can see, this belt is already kicked off. That's the way it came when I got it. And my original project was to replace the steering gear, the steering shaft and drive gear is all one unit on this. And the gear was stripped out, and some of the mounting bolts and parts were badly worn. So to get at that, I had to take the whole dashboard out and of course pull the steering wheel off. The reason to take the dashboard out is to have enough room to pull the steering shaft up and out. But in the process of doing that, I had to remove the shift plate. And here is the shift plate, and I put the knob back on just so I wouldn't misplace it. This goes down in here, and it's only held on with 2 screws, and in the case of this lawn tractor it only had 1. And then I noticed after pulling that out that I could see the top down in there. Let me bring you around over here where you can see a little bit better perhaps. I could then see right down in here, and I could see the things there, and I thought, well, maybe if I tip the seat forward. So I tipped the seat forward, and I already had the battery disconnected. So after pulling the battery out, I lifted the battery tray out, and that's all it does. It just lifts out of there. It's not bolted down or anything. So that gave me all of this clear space, and the seat's only held on with 2 bolts, which makes it quite easy. So as you can see, now we have full access to the whole top. Okay, so one of the things that keeps you from getting the belt off is this little pin here. And all that takes is a 7/16 socket on the other end, and I'm not going to take it all the way off. I just loosen it up enough so that I can pull the belt out like that. And the only other thing interfering now is our shifter. Now there's 2 ways to get that off, and let me swing you up from underneath and I'll show you. Okay. Now, this is the bottom end of the shifter lever right here. And there's 2 ways to get it off. Pull that pin or loosen up this bolt. Well, it was easier for me to unbolt it rather than to pull a clip standing on my head. So that's what I did there. And now bring you back up on top. We have to remove this piece right here, this one right here, because the shifter won't come up through it naturally, because it has a plate on the bottom which is welded on. And to remove that plate, we just have to come into the fender well on top of the tire here, and there are 2 bolts right there, 3/8. We'll take them off, and that plate, the shifter, should come right out. Okay, now that we have that bracket all disconnected, should be a matter of just lifting this up like that and pulling our shifter right up and out. So the next thing to do is to replace our belt, and you can see why this one needs to be replaced. Got a big crack in it. So you just need to feed this up out of here off the front pulley, and now to get it out from between these two here. And let me see if there's enough room in here to separate these two without messing with this one. And maybe that's not going to happen. I'm learning with you. This is the first time I ever did one of these. There we go. Gonna spread that out there. There we go. And pull a belt right up and out of there just like that. So now to put the new one back on. Here is the part number. Replaces 7540370. So here we go. We're gonna try and reinstall that puppy. So the first thing to do is to go down in here, and I'm going to put it around the front pulley first. I don't know that there's a particular order, but that's just the way I'm going to do it because it's easiest for me to get to. That's going to go in there, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to go around the back pulley. Get it seated in place, and then I'm going to loop this around here and get it in between. Just like that. And there it is, all installed. That wasn't so bad, was it? Now all I gotta do is put the pieces back, bolt it up. So that should help you, hopefully. And till next time, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching. Bye now.